Hi everyone, my name is Sylvia and I am a current student in the DSW program at Humber College, and I am a soon-to-be graduate of the DSW program at Humber. Today I am here for my fellow future DSW students who are going to be preparing for field placement in the program, and I'm here just to share my experiences, give some thoughts, advice, and just help them prepare and give them knowledge on what to expect because I did not know what to expect, so I wish I had a video like this, to be honest. And we're going to be talking about the Field Experience Guide B as I am a second year student. So we're going to be focusing on Learning Outcomes 1.1 and 1.2. So starting with 1.1, it's developing a rapport with people with developmental disabilities who you are supporting. And this is very important because these individuals are who you're working with every day. So building that bond is extremely important. Take the time to get to know them. Have a conversation. Just talk to them like a normal human being because that is who they are and that is what they want to be treated like. Just talk about hobbies, your favorite movie, anything, because they have those things too. And for me, with my one day at residential placement, I was lucky to talk with one of my individuals one-to-one, and they actually want to have that conversation with me. They're like, hey, do you want to go talk upstairs? Do you want to talk about this and this? I was like, sure. And I learned so much about him, and he opened up to me, and I was grateful because someone put their trust into me, and I put my trust into them too, sharing some things about myself, and it felt nice to have that bond with someone. And unfortunately, because of COVID-19, I can't be there supporting him. But it's nice to know that someone wanted to put their trust into me. And just building that rapport with that individual is what lays the foundation for that bond. They're going to trust you, they're going to open up to you. And that's what's important, that's what you're there for. So 1.2, we're going to talk about adhering to the professional values and ethics in different ways. So we're going to start with 1.2a, which is demonstrating integrity. So showing integrity can be in many different characteristics. So being honest, trustworthy, hardworking, responsible, helpful, and just patient. And demonstrating these characteristics shows that you care about being there. This job is not just about you. If you are in this field, it's for one reason. You want to be there because you care about other people and making a difference in their life. It's not about the money. If you want the money, head to a different program. I learned on day one in semester one of this program. The money is not here. You are here for one sole reason, and it's to help these people have a better quality of life and care for them and build these bonds and relationships. So you can show integrity in your actions, which means just be who you are. Be your whole self, be your true self no matter what. So 1.2b is maintaining confidentiality. So I learned no matter what age, everyone is to be treated with respect and confidentiality with their business and personal information. Don't use someone's name in a conversation if you know you aren't supposed to. And I know with Humber and the DSW program, we do a lot of talking through our success stories and what we learned at placement. If that is the conversation, then your teacher will let you know. This conversation stays in the room. You do not share these information with anyone else. And with that, you change up the names, you use initials, anything, but you do not use the person's real name. They deserve as much respect about their business as much as you do. So for example, when I was at my elementary school placement this semester, if I had one of my students' mothers ask me about another student and their therapies and how the parents are doing and what's going on in their learning program, I didn't feel obligated to share that with them. I may have knew some facts, but I would tell them, I cannot express this to you, this is not my business, and that was it. Don't say anything because you can get in trouble, and just out of respect, that's someone else's business. 1.2c is being punctual, so be excited, be happy to be there. If you have to hype yourself up, drinking coffee, go ahead and make the best out of placement, because trust me, it is nerve-wracking, but for me, I love both my placements, and honestly, if I could have a job right there right now, I would take it. It's a harder process than I would think. So nobody likes it if you're a downer and if you're showing that you don't want to be there and you just have that grumpy look on your face every morning. It's like someone walks in, it's like, oh, she's looking grumpy again, I don't want to work with her. Nobody wants that. Be punctual. Be interested to be there. Not even just showing that you want to be there. Show your actions. Show up early. Even for me, the first few days, I wasn't sure what time to show up at. Next few weeks in, 8 o'clock, 7:50. I was earlier than ever. And they were so grateful because they had an extra person to help with the bus schedule. So showing that you want to be there just makes you stand out. And it shows that you're professional and you want these job opportunities and you're aiming for these goals. Also, you get good feedback. Always a plus. So 1.2D is being self-directive. So take initiative and take the time to find ways that you can help people you're supporting, even your placement staff. It's not always just about the individual. Sometimes you gotta help out the staff. They're short-staffed. They don't know what to do and stuff goes out of the way and you need a help. So taking that extra step can even just be a big thing for a supervisor to see. So for example, me in the elementary school, I would notice sometimes at lunchtime when it was just me and the ECE and we're struggling to get about 25 kids ready for recess, the cleaning got laid back, not enough time to clean, kids were not getting ready on time, so I just took that extra step. If I noticed I wasn't doing anything, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go clean the table, I'm going to set the chairs, and then it's be done. And they were so grateful that I took that extra step without even having been asked. They're like, oh, that's not your job. I know it's not my job, but as a human being, I'm going to take that extra step and help them out. Also, don't be scared to ask for help for yourself. I learned this the hard way. Staff are always there and willing to help you. I was shy to always ask questions and give my thoughts and opinions, but speak up because they just want to help you and they want to see you excel. Also, you can follow the learning outcomes in your field experience guide. Right there is the goal. Create goals with those. Achieve with those, because in the future you are going to build portfolios and success stories. So if you decide, hey, let's work on learning outcomes so-and-so today, or maybe this week, you're going to have notes on that. You're going to have memories on what you did, and then you can talk about it. So pushing yourself to do something before you're asked will help you in the future. Set goals, engage in the learning process, and be ready to learn. Don't just wait till someone asks you, hey, can you learn this for me, or can you do this for me? Put yourself 5 steps ahead. So 1.2E, completing tasks on time. So I want to talk about how this is both for in-class and at placement. So for in-class, you got to stay organized. And if you're not organized and you have piles of homework behind you and you got to catch up, that will affect your placement and how you perform at placement. If you're overtired and stressed, you're not going to want to be there. You're going to be focused on the wrong things and you're just going to be tired. You're not going to want to do anything. So get ahead, get a planner, get a big calendar, something, stay organized. Because if you have a midterm assignment due the next week and you're already 2 weeks behind, you're not going to be focusing on placement and supporting those people. You're going to be focusing on that assignment. For placement, complete tasks when you're asked. Don't wait 5 minutes. Don't wait 10 minutes unless you really have to do something. But if you have the time, do it right away. Do not be lazy. Go ahead and take that extra mile. Because they're going to see that and they'll be like, oh, you didn't have to do that right away. And just be like, I know, but I had time. Just make an excuse and be like, I'm going to get it done for you because I'm going to help you. Just be a good human being. And even for me, my example in the elementary school, so it would be lunch recess. We have to get all the kids ready, me and the ECE. So usually I was there to support 2 of my kindergarten students, and I would get them dressed and get ready. But even if I finished getting them dressed on time early and they were having a good day, I'm not just going to stand there and wait till everyone else is done. I took that extra step, and I would help all the other kids asking for help. And my EC was grateful. She's like, oh my goodness, thank you. Just help out. If you know they need to get outside at a certain time, help out. Get them outside 2 minutes early, 3 minutes early. It's a good deal. 1.2F is demonstrating initiative. So once again, go the extra mile and do more than what you're asked for, what you're required. Show you're eager and show you're hardworking. So speak up, share your thoughts, share your ideas. Even if you want to make activities and tools for the individuals you're supporting, they'll take it. Your support staff and your supervisor will love you for it because they want to see these fresh ideas. Show that you have drive and just be prepared to do anything that you can do. You have this new knowledge and you're bringing a fresh base to these people. And sometimes they get sidetracked trying to support all these people and they're like, hey, I never thought of this. Thank you so much. For me, so in the elementary school, once again, I had a nonverbal student, student M, and he was struggling. He didn't have any communication forms at all. And I was like, hey, I learned how to do this and this. And I was like to my teacher, can I just make some communication tools? I didn't know what was aiming for, so I made 3. I made a first and then, I made a choice board, and then I made an emotions board so we could tell, because he was having trouble sharing how he was feeling and we couldn't read it. My teacher was so grateful and they were trying to implement it and it was working. So take that extra step. So 1.2G, persevering in challenging situations. So be willing to accept losses and troubles because you're not going to know everything. You're not going to know what to do in every situation. You're going to be thrown into a challenging situation wherever you go, and you are going to be completely sure of what to do. Don't be afraid to admit that. I learned the hard way. You won't be expected to perform a miracle. So for me, I think it was about my 3rd week or 4th week into the elementary school placement, and we were down in EA, so my supervisor wanted to switch the A and EA in the other classroom with me. So I was working with a grade 4 student, student G, and he was having a very rough day, and I wasn't sure of what to do. He was having uncontrolled behavior, he was overreacting, and I was on my own. And it was a very difficult situation because I was just thrown into it. I've never worked with him. I didn't know what to expect. And I learned from it. You learn from these experiences, you try your best, and just don't give up. I wasn't the only one who learned from the situation. The principal had to help me, and she even learned, oh, hey, this is what we're going to do next time. You can admit you're not sure of what to do. And I told the principal, I told multiple teachers, I did not know what to do in this situation. I did what I knew with the best of my ability, and they were grateful that I did my best. So 1.2H is seeking, accepting, acting on, and providing constructive feedback. Accept feedback. Don't feel bad. It is what it helps you improve, and it's going to get you into your future. Ask for feedback. Ask how you're doing. That criticism and that feedback will help you develop into an amazing DSW. So that means placement reviews, placement comments. That will help you, and believe me, I am grateful with some of the feedback I've gotten. I've gotten feedback to excel further and to go into further than being just a DSW because they see that much potential in me, and that feels amazing to have in you. So 1.2I is modeling professional appearance and behaviors. Okay, so there's 2 things I want to talk about. Number 1, avoid being on your phone. You're going to hear it everywhere. But trust me, if you don't need it, don't be on it. Unless, for me, sometimes I used it for placement with the little kids, and one of them, the nonverbal one, used it for communicating. That was it. Dressing appropriately. So you can dress comfortable, but you also have to be respectful. Nothing cropped, nothing ripped, nothing revealing. You want to show them that you're professional. You're a student, yes, but you're showing them that you want a job. You want this. In terms of behavior, be respectful because you're a student, yes, but that does not mean that you can get away with poor behavior. You are getting reviewed on this. You are getting marked. And not just that, you are representing your program at Humber. And for me, I learned in the DSW program from many of my teachers, the DSW program relies on our image, and we've always gotten positive reviews, so keep that going. Show them we're a lovely program and that we're there for them. And that we continue to share that image, that we're respectful, we're kind, and just keep that going. And the last learning outcome is 1.2J, treating all others with dignity and respect. Treat everyone the same way, no matter what age, gender, anything. Kindness and respect go a long way. That one simple act of kindness can build a relationship with someone you're supporting, and you'd be surprised. For me, there was 2 students who were behavioral in my elementary school, and just that one simple act of letting them play a game on my phone or letting them color with me built a relationship, and they always wanted to do something with me. So just be kind. Give them that 1 minute of your time. For me also, the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. This goes a long way, not even in placement, not just in school, but in life. Treat everyone with kindness and just be yourself. But remember, everyone is human. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone is learning too. So be kind, be helpful, and be caring. So with that, we are nearing the end of my video. I do wish you luck in preparing for placement and your future DSW program. Study hard, work hard, do everything you can, be who you are.